you always been, easy to deal with. I ain't have a whole lot of hard time with you. I mean...
Wait. G, where your beer at? You ain't drank nothing yet.
Huh?
Where your beer?
My beer?
Oh, okay.
Oh, girl, don't try to show out now, because you know I get me a drink now. I get a drink in there.
You gonna lose the cup.
Put it in the shot cup. How about that?
This is what I gotta deal with.
But anyway, let me tell you about my daughter though. She in high school, wasn't nothing really big when the college days started. One night I get a phone call, right? You remember that?
It depends on what phone call it is.
Like, you was working at Chelsea.
Oh.
Okay. She working, right? I done bought her a Honda Accord for her.
It was
to
green.
Drive to school. Green Honda Accord, nice. Was you even in the seat 3 months?
Nah, don't give me that much time.
Oh, goodness.
I think I had about 2 years.
But anyway, I get a phone call. Me and her mom in the room. And the mom's like, hold on a minute. Let me go ahead and tell her. Now, she had, keep in mind now, back then, I was a little fiery then. But anyway, her mom said, I go in there and tell her, put me on the phone. It was the police station. I'm like, what in the world going on? Mr. Griffin, we just called to inform you that your car got towed out in Fort Valley. I'm like, told her, how's my daughter doing? Your daughter? Who is your daughter? I'm like, who is my daughter?
Because clearly I wasn't in the car at
all.
What
you mean, who is my daughter? You just called and told me my car got towed out. You ain't seen my daughter? Now, boy, it's on now. I'm getting up now. She said, uh-oh. I said, so if my daughter wasn't driving, so by then, I get so told my daughter, let's try to clear it up. My daughter told me, say, yeah, I was working, and I let my boyfriend hold it
You went to boxing practice?
Yeah, going to boxing practice. I said, okay, well, Adrian, what kind of driver, who he hit, how he doing? Oh, that's the other thing. He wasn't driving the car.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Straight Chaos No Chaser podcast. I'm Adrian, your host, and today I have a special guest all the way from Quitman, Georgia. My daddy, Albert GMan Griffin. What's up?
What's happening, dog? What's going on?
And I got you on the podcast. We done talked about it for a little bit.
Yeah. Finally got him.
Made it. You been working?
Oh, man.
Working.
Year and a half almost straight. Non-stop.
You usually come out here every June, kind of for your birthday, or sometimes you make it in September. But this time, you got out here a little bit earlier.
Yeah, due to the virus last year, I missed the whole year. Worked the whole year of last year, all the way up until now.
Yeah.
So that's my first time getting out. Ready to get out and get loose.
I'm
busting loose. Rick James, just like Rick James said, I'm busting loose. Yeah.
All right. So before we get into our show, our conversation, I do a segment where we take shots. Okay. So it's going to be trivia. So I'm going to ask you a question. If you get it wrong, you got to take the shot. If you get it right, I'll take the shot.
No problem about the shot, girl. No problem.
All right. So being that you're a dad of 3 girls.
That's right.
There's a Tyler Perry movie where there is a dad with 3 girls. Either tell me what's the name of that movie or who the actor was, who the dad was.
Oh, goodness. I know it with Daddy's Little Girl.
Oh.
daddy's little girls. I know it.
Oh, dang, I didn't think you was gonna know it.
Oh yeah, I just can't call his name. Good as actor as he is. I mean, because I know all the movies he played.
So that mean I got to take the shot, huh?
Oh, look, I hate it, cause girl, I was itching to take that shot.
Well, you can take it with me.
I'm ready for the shot, girl. Shoot, I'm on vacation. And I'm missing out on shots.
I know. I already done pulled yours, so let me go ahead and just pull mine. Hold on.
Oh, goodness.
Since you want to take this shot with me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness. That's a country shot there.
Well, we from the country.
That's not a city shot.
Let's take this shot.
All righty. Here's to my vacation.
Yeah, it is. And you getting it right.
I didn't make that look too easy, did I?
Too easy. But I'm your child, so.
Okay.
So, normally on these segments, I also ask, what's good, what's bad, and what's ugly? So, let me know in your life what's good, what's bad, and what's just ugly. I mean, atrocious, just working your nerves. And it could be that nothing is bad or ugly. Yeah. But I'm just checking in on you.
Well,
what's good?
What's good is to be at this point in my life where I'm able to take vacations. I done worked hard, and I got all my daughters doing good, and got my grandson with me, so you know that's good back home.
Yeah.
You know, he called me Papa.
Papa.
So hey, grandson. Oh, Papa out here. But anyway, and I reckon for it's bad, you know. Right now, you know, I just see when things just going bad. Not with the virus. That was the baddest point. I see things getting better. You know, I listen at people on the shot. You know, on the spectrum with the shot. You know, a lot of people, even guys that rhyme me, you know, that saying that they're not going to take it. Well, I reckon everybody don't take the flu shot. So
I haven't,
and so you can't rough them down and tie their arm. So my thing is, I got both of mine, so I'm fine with it. And you know, with the field I am in, heat and air. You know, the biggest thing about my part was I was just worried about me passing on to home. Yeah. So I raced to get in there. I got on the absentee list with the type work I do to make sure I can get mine pretty quick. And I rang, you know. You asked about the worstest part of everything.
Yeah, what's ugly?
Well, what's ugly right now is young blacks that getting shot. That's ugly, and I hate that, you know, this late in 2021 we still got that going on. But you know, it's going on, and you know, for me at my age, you know, if I had anything to say to the black youth, I'd be saying they just need to know that this happening, and it just ain't gonna go away overnight. It's been happening, but right now, you know, with media, social media and all, we know about it.
Yeah.
So they, you know, the young black men, they just gonna have to realize, you know, sometimes you got to bite the lip, you know, because you might not want to do it. You might want to, you know, but it's just some people's out there, in a police uniform, that was always bad out of it. So it ain't got nothing to do with the police being bad. It's just that person. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with the police. The police, it's just that person ended
right,
up in
that
a
individual.
Uniform.
And that's the thing is, it's funny that you say that, because I know that, you know, we look at police officers as the bad guys, but some of them are good guys, and I can only imagine how hard it must be to try to remain on a force that has, you know, done some despicable things, and feeling like you have an obligation to your community, especially as a black man being a police officer. I'm pretty sure so many people have been down their necks like, are you going to quit, you know, because of what your brotherhood is doing? And at the end of the day, people have to provide for their families, and they're all not the same. But, you know, it's kind of like an organization. Like, you're not an individual anymore. you are a part of an organization. So when one person does it, everybody takes a hit from it. So, you know, I just think that what I think is better measures have to be put in place. But to be honest, some of these police officers, they've never been in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, they only been around white people. Exactly. So they don't know how to handle black people having confrontation, being in argument. They're so fearful. And their first time being in the company of black people for real is when they're going out, when they have been called out to a call. And they don't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So they have to do better with, I don't know how easy that is to put people from the community in. Well, you know what I'm saying? People from the communities in those police forces, because you know those community, versus you taking some old John Smith who has grown up a certain way his whole life. You know what I'm saying? And black people are the other people for real. And he doesn't have any type of relationship. And he has this stigma of they're argumentative, they're confrontational, you know, they're bad. When he finishes the police academy, he goes into a black neighborhood that there is confrontation. His first thing to do is to shoot because he's scared. He don't, you know what I'm saying? So there has to be better measures put in place for acclimating people. And because we are supposed to be protected, you know, it sucks because this system, we all know that it is not made for us. And to be honest, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel because it keeps happening.
Well, that's right. Well, the thing is, though, you could take the same exact person you're talking about, and from a little town like I'm from, you bring that same person there. Well, first of all, when that same person get there, the officers that's already there that they got to work with, they're gonna educate them, and they're gonna in my hometown. Not only is not being a shooting of a black man in over 5 years, I don't even think a police shot in there. You know, listen, they shot at a dog. Yeah. You know, so, you know, that's about it. We might have had a dog got shot. Yeah. But that's how you got to be educated in that. If, first of all, you got to make sure that people in the high leadership, the high officers, is not getting behind closed doors and say, okay.
That's right.
I know how you're feeling.
That's right. No. And see, that's the thing, though. That happens, though. Like, you would be naive to think that that's not happening. Well, I'm going to tell you something else that's happening with that. All of them getting caught up. Sooner or later, they going to fall. So they're going to get caught up. They're going to lose that good position, all because of throwing the rock in the dark and hiding. So that ain't going to continue to work neither. I mean, time changing. Cause to me, if you can see what kind of chaos that a black shooting is bringing in your city, before my officers even went out, they need to understand, hey, we need to make it back in today with no black shooting. If we got a problem, stand down, you hold down, because you know it's going to draw attention. That's what I can understand. It's like, okay, they can say what they want to say, but if they get out of order, I'm finna shoot. You know, that's just like, I didn't see the story from the beginning, but you know, the recording of the officers pulling over. I think he was either a sergeant or lieutenant in the military. He was in his SUV and they pulled him over, I think, for a traffic stop or something like that, and the police officer maced him. Well, in that case, he did everything. He was supposed to do, but sometimes people be looking for a reason, you know, and even you can tell by his partner. His partner was very apprehensive in anything that he did, and when he was looking at his partner, so you can tell that the man was doing too much, that he was going overboard, and it wasn't called for. So I think that a lot of people in law enforcement, or a few people in law enforcement, probably have some vendettas. Okay, but what I'm saying is, with that, there's no way that an officer can do that kind of behavior. He used to doing it and knowing that no consequence behind it from the leadership. Because if you knew
that if you did something like that and you got back, here gonna be consequences. You're gonna be fired, or if you got a boss, like I say, it starts from the top. If you got a boss, say, well, I got you.
Yeah,
we gonna brush this
and
away.
make things excusable.
Then an officer, it's just like, let me give you an example. When the president spoke and they went in the Capitol, they, a lot of them people feel like this is the president of the United States talking. So we got backing.
Oh, yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah.
So leadership, that top leadership convince people to do some crazy stuff.
Oh, for sure.
And that's
the most absurd thing I've ever seen when those people stormed the Capitol. Like,
well, they didn't feel like, they were sort of brainwashed into thinking that they was doing what was right.
No, I know. They felt like they were taking back what was theirs.
Yeah, well.
And so it's just, to watch that was just mind-blowing, heartbreaking, just so many things. But I will say that in the last week or two with George Floyd's, when he got justice, and, to be honest, it makes me want to cry, because even, paying his family millions of dollars and all that stuff is like, that's not going to bring him back, And I know Chauvin, whatever his name is, I don't care to pronounce it right. I don't even really care to know what it is. But, the sentencing, and it was good that he was sentenced, and it was good that there was some justice obtained there. Exactly. But, I honestly, I wonder, I saw a lot of articles and news outlets that's like, this is the beginning of, cracking down and holding people accountable for what they do in law enforcement. But is it?
Well, it ain't that. That's not what gonna make the difference. What gonna make the difference is, okay, since that happened, it done been a couple more police shootings and killing. But the thing is, if that conviction would have been in place, the one female, all of them would have had to think twice. They'd have been like, wait a minute, I might not better not do this. I might end up getting convicted.
But my fear is that people feel like they would get off scot-free. Like, I feel like that. I feel like, so many things have just been a slap on the wrist with us lately. And, well, not a slap on the wrist, but I feel like some things, I just don't know. I really don't know. I feel like some people, when you have those leaders in position, to say, don't worry about this. We got to stick together, because, our ultimate goal is to do this, that, and the other. When it comes to people of color, then people will test it. They'll test the waters of getting away with those things that are unlawful, and that are unjust, and we'll be back in the same predicament. So we don't got all the way into some stuff. And it's so funny that you started talking about this. So I was going to ask you, moving into our segment, we're just talking today about many things. I got my dad here, so we're going to chop it up about so many things. And so what I wanted to ask you was, moving into the segment, what I want to ask is, growing up back in the day, you're 61? 60. You're 60. I don't know why I keep trying to get you 61.
Well, it's so close, because normally I be out here in June. I come out here for my birthday. I'm just a month early.
Yeah, well, he's 60 years old. He a little jitty boy. He got his rabbit. You ought to see him doing it. I'm going to post a video.
Right.
But just back in the day, like, did you experience, as a young black man, did you experience racism or anything like that when you were a young boy?
Did I experience racism? I used to see the Ku Klux Klan.
Really?
Wait a minute, I'm 60. I was a boy when the Klans were walking in Quitman. So, I didn't experience the racism of getting around them, because Dad wasn't going to let us come out to even go nowhere in the environment to be there. But that was going on, a lot of stuff that happened that you heard that happened from our city, it happened in my era while I was living.
So, like, was it a certain day that they came out? and you guys couldn't go?
Wednesday. It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday was I hate to say it, but it was considered back in our town hanging day. It's terrible. We're from the South, showing enough South. And I ain't talking about the dirty South. We talk about the dirty South, Rick. Yeah,
but dirty.
Whatever you do.
So I remember you telling me a story about a lady being hung or something like that.
Baby cut out. Yeah.
So what happened to that story?
Happened in Bunny over one false accused at the husband. It was at the husband. They got him too, but they did that trying to get her to talk to find out where he were. But this during my era.
So the lady was pregnant.
Oh yeah, it's still the bridge and the sign where she was killed is it. Matter of fact, do you know the hit just got shot up?
What?
Her sign.
Really?
I'm telling you.
So she was hung and they cut her baby out of her?
Yeah. In Bunny, Georgia.
Black lady
Turner. Biggest family in the state of Georgia. One of the biggest families in the state of Georgia.
What was that like after hearing about that? Like, because you see so now that you have protests and stuff going on after things like that happen. So back then when you had the KKKs walking through the city, what did black people do? Fear for their life. Back then, it wasn't none of that. Ain't no black people going out. Nah, that wasn't during the time where you would go get the rally and do it. No, you couldn't do all that then. It just was a loss. And if you can read up on it, it's documented. It's everywhere. The whole story about it, between Brooks and Moultrie, it was terrible right in there. And Brooks County was the town for hanging.
That's right. Exactly.
So people came in from other towns
for the hanging.
To hang and to watch.
Brooks County. I mean, it's out there. It's in the media. I mean, you could read about it now. It's not like it's hidden. It just, the education about it is just hidden.
Yeah.
But it's there. When you get to read.
So even like going to school and stuff and
going to school. Well, first of all, when I started school, it wasn't no white and black in school together. That happened. I think I was just in the 4th grade when that happened. Maybe, when they integrated.
Yeah.
But the whites said this.
But I'm just saying, how was it like trying to like walk to school? Did you guys walk to school? Because you walked to school, you didn't ride the bus.
We didn't have that kind of problem when I was coming up, because the school I went to, we walked with black. We have some younger white guys always pick, but the older white guys didn't hardly mess with us too much, because our dads was already out there working up on them. Our dads and our granddads, the one were catching it because they had to work with them and deal with them. We were just the kids that had to be safe, but we didn't ever run into that in my era. As kids. We didn't run into having to deal with older white guys that picked on us or nothing like that. Actually, when we did integrate, the whites had to come to our school. It wasn't like what you see on the movie. They the one who was shaking because they had to come over there with all these blacks.
Because we had Westbrook for a long time where it was only white students attended. Exactly. They didn't close Westbrook until
it burnt down.
Maybe I was probably in like the 10th grade or something, 10th or 11th grade.
Oh, no, you talking out there?
Yeah,
I'm
Westbrook.
talking about city school. You talking about the kind of school?
Yeah, Westbrook.
Yeah, that's private though.
Yeah,
I'm talking about public schools. The 2 public schools in Quitman, white and black, they closed the white school and they had to bring the whites to Washington Street High, which was all black. So that was something that needed to be seen on the news because all the whites had to march in at an all-black school. It's different from what you see on TV.
Man.
See, on the TV, on the movie, the blacks, the first floor blacks, had to walk into the big high school.
Right.
Which I had a cousin that when they were integrated,
I
had one cousin and another cousin of, some family that had to go to the white school. 2 of them, one with 2 blacks in the whole.
Man, that's how it was. Honestly, that's how it was in like vet school. Like getting into vet schools, like some veterinary schools are predominantly white, of course. Yeah. And we got this fly joining us. We had the door open all day, so he's just chilling. But man, it's so funny. I did a summer internship at a university, a PWI, back in 2004. And my mentor at the school, he was a white man. And he was like, he was real nice and he was real cool. He was like, you can definitely apply to get into the school. He said, I'm going to be honest. The inclusion factor is not there. Maybe like 2 or 3 black people in a class, and I don't want that. I can fit in anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to being around black people, my people, and just having a bond and having family, because I can't call it a community of people. Like, we family. Like, I knew that I didn't want to be in an environment like that. And some black people want to try to thrive in those all white environments just to show that they can make it. And that's cool. Like, do that. Yeah. But me, like, I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's in every field. When I got in, when I was working out of Atlanta, doing heat and air, and I had, both crews, my crew in Tech in Atlanta, then I had a crew in Valley, Alabama. Mm-hmm. Well, the head supervisor that ran that job was out of Montgomery, Alabama. Mm-hmm. And he was rough. His nickname was Mr. Mike. I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget, they got behind, the heat and air crew got in trouble on his job because he was tough to work for. He was a white guy. It was tough to work for him white. The white lead man got ran off and with him. That worked out of the company I went. So they called me and told me I need to get over there because the heat and air got the whole job behind. So I took my guys and I got over there, and they have a Monday morning meeting. I'll never forget. And so I had to get over there because I had to be on when you the head man that running the air conditioning crew. Every head man have to come in and be there for the Monday meeting to get everything in line. Right. So I left Atlanta and got there maybe 5 minutes late for the meeting. So I walked in, and everybody in there was white, besides a few framers. Might have had one Mexican lead man in there. And I walked in and shot the door. He said, "How you doing? Who you with, son?" Well, I'm with Davco Heating and Air out of Atlanta, Georgia. He said, "Okay." And he said, "Son, what time is your boss man gonna be here?" And I said, "My boss man." I said, "I'm the boss man. I am the boss man." And he said, "That mother trades." "Oh yeah?" And I said, "Yeah." Man, after that, we got started and everything. He did everything in his powers for the first months or so. I mean, we had to do extra good. We couldn't do nothing good enough. Our production, because I stressed to my guys how we already know what we was up against. Right. I stressed to them how important a role it was for us to hit it, stay ahead, stay error free. Don't leave no room for nothing to come at us, inspections and all. So we got there behind. In less than a month, we ran out 3 buildings ahead of all the trades. And keep in mind, he was just giving me. So one day I went in and I told him, I said, "Mr. Mike," I say, "we done drove him from home and you don't have a top on the building." And I said, "Now you were pushing us, let's get this done. Well, you need to be pushing your roofer." "Boy, who you think you talking to?" He went off. "You don't come in my office." I said, "Well, I'm going by your rules and what we had meetings by." He just carried on. So I got ready to go, and then he walked on out the door and made a little scene with me out the door. So I said, "Well, I tell you what." I said, "You know what, Mr. Mike? You have a good week
and told all my guys to load everything back up. And
cause my daddy don't cuss y'all.
I said, we headed back to Atlanta. You figure out what you gonna do with the heating there over here. So I got in the truck and we got down the interstate. He must have called my company. Phone went to ring. Damn, please calm down, please. I said, no, he's not gonna be able to talk to me like that right there.
Oh, that's right.
To make a long story short, from our performance on that job, his company knew what had happened over there that he worked for. I don't know what they told him. They called and told me to turn around and go back there. I went back there. It was like different between day and night. I don't know what they told him. So to make a long story short, everybody can change because they were one of the toughest, oldest white men that was in his ways that ever been. Mm-hmm. When we got through with that job, he called Columbus, that's where the main branch was from, and told them to advise my company that wherever he do a job at, he didn't want nobody there but me doing the heating there.
It's crazy how that be.
So I took all that, but at the end, he was crazy about me than any
other heating
it's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
But once a person find out.
Because sometimes they only go with what they were raised with, and they stay in those same environments. That's why it's important to grow and get exposure and to be around other people and be in different environments because people stereotype black people, Hispanic people, and make us out to be lower on the totem pole, ignorant, and all these things. Yes, and so you have to find out for yourself. That's fine. You have to find out for yourself.
And he never see what it was. I was the first black man he ever seen on a trade. Electrical, plumbing, heating and air. So when I walked in there to I was running the crew, he was like,
what crew you running?
What is the world coming to?
You mean to tell me we got these darkies running the crew now?
Yeah. Oh, it was the spreadsheet on the page. You could read it, but I was so brilliant. I can read and I can, like I say, when at the end of the day, even when he left there, we were in Alabama. Even when he ended up in Tallahassee, I was on his job. Man, Mr. Mike he was like number one in that company.
Yeah.
For us on the list, he was like the top superintendent, So that's why I say, just like that happened, everything could change, I mean, it's
so like today, just seeing everything on TV, and I think that, I don't think, but I know, being that you have cameras and social media that highlight so much of what we don't see or what we haven't seen for years, because it hasn't just started. It's just now that we are being able to have a front row seat to the things that are going on with our people. And, we're going to demand justice. There were several protests out here. And the horrible thing about it is it just seemed like it was never ending. Like every couple months there was one shooting in, even when you comply, like with the lieutenant, a couple weeks ago, the video that surfaced, and he was saying like, I'm scared to even reach for my ID. Like, that's a problem. Something's wrong with that when somebody's saying, I'm even afraid to move because y'all so scary. It is fear. That's all it is. It's fear. It pisses me off when I see white cops fight with a white person. Fight. They will be whooping they behind. They be doing anything. They will apprehend them. Oh yeah. That makes me so angry. But with us,
in the back,
we just twitch and they want to shoot us. And so, I don't know what's going to be done, but something has to be done.
Well, the last shooting was driving off in a car and all the shots in the bike.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. He shot in the bike trying to get away in a car. Can't go nowhere. I mean, you're going to get him. You ain't really got to shoot him. They throw down spikes all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's there.
It's terrible. Well,
it is. Well, we don't talk about that. So now we're gonna move into something lighter. So we're gonna talk about some some of your most fondest memories of me, whether it was as a child, an adult, being your favorite daughter.
Oh, I hear you. You know the rest of them daughters gonna hear you.
I know. Y'all know what it is.
Especially that baby.
Miss Lula May.
Lula May. Yeah.
We done put you out there, Miss Lula May.
Yeah. Well, you know, you always been, you know, easy to deal with. I ain't have a whole lot of hard time with you. I mean,
wait. G, where your beer at? You ain't drank nothing yet.
Huh?
Where your beer?
My beer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, girl, don't try to show out now, cause you know I get me a drink now. I get a drink in there. Come on.
Oh, you gonna lose the cup?
Put it in the shot cup. How about that? Mm-hmm.
This is what I got to deal with.
But anyway, let me tell you about my daughter though. She in high school, you know, wasn't nothing really big when the college days started. One night, I get a phone call, right? You remember that?
It depends on what phone call it is.
You was working at Cheddar's.
Oh.
She working, right? I done bought her a Honda Accord for her.
It was
to
green.
Drive to school. Green Honda Accord, nice. I don't think, was you even in the seat 3 months?
No, don't give me that much time.
Oh, goodness.
I think I had about 2 years.
Yeah, but anyway, I get a phone call. Me and her mom in the room, and the mom's like, hold on a minute. Let me go ahead and tell her. Now, she had, keep in mind now, back then I was a little fiery then. But anyway, her mom said, I go in there and tell her, put me on the phone. It was the police station. I'm like, what in the world going on? Mr. Griffin, we just called to inform you that your car got towed out in Fort Valley. I'm like, told her out? How's my daughter doing? Your daughter? Who is your daughter? I'm like, who is my daughter?
Because clearly I wasn't in the car at all.
What you mean? Who is my daughter? You just called and told me my car got towed out. You ain't seen my daughter. Now, boy, it's on now. I'm getting up now. She said, uh-oh. I said, so if my daughter wasn't driving it, so by then I get so to my daughter to try to clear it up. My daughter told me, say, yeah, I was working. And I let my boyfriend hold it to
You went to boxing practice?
Yeah, going to boxing practice. I said, okay, well, Adrian, what kind of driver, who he hit? How he doing? Oh, that's the other thing. He wasn't driving the car.
The cousin was driving.
The cousin was driving. I said, oh, Lord. I said, you just stay put right where you at. I was putting on my clothes. I was heading to Fort Valley at this point. Man, I got to Fort Valley. I said, Adrian, where's your boyfriend at? I need to talk to him. Dad, when they heard you was coming, the cousin and me.
Listen, that was the most horrible call to make.
Ain't no use to even looking for them. They in another county.
That was the most horrible call to make. Like, because he used to joke about wrecking my car. Oh, and when he came in that day and was like, I wrecked it, I was like, stop playing. And then when I called, I was like, he wrecked the car. And my mama who normally have a lot to say, she said, he wrecked the car. And that was it. I was like, oh, Lord. Can you cut me out or something?
Yeah, she probably saying herself already going to be enough trouble with your dad.
Oh, my goodness. That was the worst phone call to make.
And then with that, you know, my best moments, the best moment ever was graduation from Tuskegee.
Ooh.
10 years of hard labor. She owed me $175,000, and I want my money. I'm here to collect.
I ain't got it, G.
I want my money.
You ain't got it.
All right,
I ain't got it. I'll go to that crowd tape tonight and see what I got for you.
Right. Let's check. I'll hold it till it clear.
Hey, Daddy, you remember that time Mama went in labor and I had on that skirt? She told me not to wear. You remember that? And you picked me up from school early. You was like, did your mom seen that with her skirt? I was like,
no, that ain't what happened.
What?
I was working, and I saw somebody come skimming down the road. I'm like, who was that there? A skirt so short I ain't know it was a daughter. I'm like, I know doggone well. I know the guy who worked with me. Oh yeah, it is. That's your daughter. I said, oh, H no. No, girl. Oh, Lord. She always was trying to get the drop on me with jump. You remember when you tried to get when I sneaked up on you and you didn't know I was coming? She turned around with green eyes. We didn't play contacts at no 14 years old.
Oh, yes.
She looked at me. What happened to your eyes?
Remember Ben? Remember Ben when I was a color guard in the flag girl?
Oh, yeah, that too.
You were like,
I got in Fort Valley.
No. I was in high school. Man, I was in high school and I was on the drill team and we used to wear them little.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't working. You know why? They were buying those outfits for white girls. Black girl was full figure big and they were putting them in there and here she come. I said, no, sir. No, sir.
You said you can either come play an instrument or you ain't gonna be in the band. You gotta be covered up.
No, sir.
When I had
raised like that, we had mostly boys in my family. I just picture what kind of problem my sisters had. They looked like nuns.
I can't with you. Hey, remember you said something about one time I was riding the bus.
Which bus?
Or I was in high school. Something about the porch.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, back then it get a little colder than it get. I mean, we get a little cold and frost and ice, but I'm always. That's Adrian. You know what time the bus coming? You don't need to have the bus sitting out there. We're on a main road where the bus got to stop. The bus don't need to be sitting there. You need to be up and out there. Just study drilling that. Okay. This particular morning, she was doing the same thing, just running a little bit late. She messed around and went out that door to go to that bus. She said, oh, I forgot whatever she forgot. I had a deck on the front of the house. About 16 feet long. And I was looking at the door. Here she come running. I said, the bus coming. Boy, when she came up on that step and hit that ass.
You want to go night?
She went on past me. She went all the way from one side all the way to like a penguin. Boy, that was so funny. I said,
I'm not like a penguin.
Like a penguin. I said, okay. Remember what I was saying about get on out there and don't be hurried. Boy, that thing, know it was funny. We laughed. Still bring it up. It was some of the funny moments.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, man, that's funny. I hate that you watched me fall.
Man, that wasn't no fall. That was one of them videos that you need filming to have the funniest video. We the one. Because I showed when I saw you one, I ain't laugh. I was biting my lip. I was waiting to see were you all right. When I saw you all right, that's when I was laughing. My goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, so we talked about some of the funny moments. And, Daddy, you remember that time I pranked you? You thought you had won the lottery? I said, it was the first time I called you from out here in Vegas. I had a 702 number, and I called your phone. And I said, hello, may I speak to Albert Griffin? You said, this is he. I said, this is Susan Wright from the Georgia Lottery. You said, yes.
Oh, my goodness. I start work too. Froze. I said, Georgia Lottery? Yes, this he. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm on the way.
I'm going to leave this job. I'm going to clock out. I will be there.
Tell me what to do. Ain't no, trust me, I'm coming. Yeah, I remember that.
My God.
Good,
that was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a funny moment right there. That's one of them I can think of.
So your most memorable, me graduating from Tuskegee.
Yeah.
That was, man, it was.
Yeah, because remember we had all family there.
Yeah.
We barbecue.
I know. Ooh, nah, listen. Y'all already know about my daddy barbecue. I ain't even got to say it. You know what? But I told him he ain't have to make no ribs while here this time.
She got another barbecue neighbor next door.
No, that ain't what it is. I just know he here. He relaxing and he vacationing. And I actually be home in like 2 weeks because my baby sister graduate from college. Shout out Miss Lula May.
Go ahead, baby girl.
You know what I'm saying? That girl right there.
Oh, she know the barbecue ain't gonna have. Oh man.
Yep, for sure.
It's on in Brooks County.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
on. So I know I'll get some barbecue in when I go home. So I'm gonna let him take a break.
Slots.
Slots. So you are the reason that I love fast cars. Like,
oh yeah,
man, like, old cars, Novas, Challengers, Chargers, like all that jazz. My daddy got a bad Nova at the house. And what's some of them stories? You was starting to tell me a story about when you was driving your Nova.
Scariest Nova story, but at speed.
Yeah.
Well, when you leave Brooks County and you go to Tallahassee back then, I used to go through the plantation. Mm-hmm. The plantation. A run from paved and it hit dirt to go all the way through there. It wasn't paved. So the curves didn't really matter. It wasn't paved. You couldn't go but so fast anyway. And then you pick up the Monticello Highway and go on in Tallahassee. Well, they messed around and paved it. And I stayed in Tallahassee. They paved that road. Finally, the plantation gave them permission to pave it all the way through.
Really?
Well, when I come out of Monticello, they had a lot of people that knew I came through on Fridays. And they loved that Nova when I come through there, so I show out for them a little bit, coming on down through there, riding in that black Nova. Turn. So when I got on to what's supposed to be dirt this time, it was paved. They had paved a pretty fresh paved road with young GMan behind a 72 Nova wheel. Man, that's looking good, you know. Man, I got on that Nova on that new road. I said, oh, man, ain't no police out here. I'm finna see what it'll do. I got out on that Nova. Little that I had forgot that even when it was dirt, it was a dirt curb that you couldn't hardly go around 25 miles an hour. Well, that curb didn't disappear. It was just paved now. By the time I looked up, it was too late. I was in that curb. So I was like, Lord have mercy. And but one thing to do, so I thought about what I see on TV. I hit the gas and you're hailing in the curve. And I know we went around that curve so fast and smooth. I was like, yes.
What that thing saying? Meow.
I was like, yes, oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, goodness. And that's when I figured out it was true by how they said Nova's built and how they hold the road and curves. That's why they had them on the racetrack. That's true. That caused, if I'd have been in, I just think if I had a station where I got to be in there, I'd have towed it in by 7 different pieces. I'd have been in that station where I go. The back end would have just went all across the field.
What about speeding through equipment? I think he used to tell me stories about police officers.
I know it was speeding through equipment. That got me in a lot of trouble. That would sell my behind down. I came over here bridge running 95 in the city.
That's why I got a need for speed, y'all.
And I was going back
to in my blood.
Man, they broke when they got through with me. They broke that need for speed.
So I mean, what's one story you was coming through or something like that? Mm-hmm. Like, did you ever get stopped? Was they behind you? Like what?
Did I ever get stopped? Biking. See, that's what I'm telling you about the times. 6 police officers got me and had to wrestle with me, drinking.
Really?
Drinking. Didn't now even tase, pepper spray, or nothing. That's the kind of time we were living in then. If I would have been doing what I did then, not to some police, then you could go ahead and be sitting down with your mama to discuss how much the burial arrangement going to be.
How much money we about to get.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Back then, 5 to 6, it was the city police, even the head of the chief was there and the sheriff.
They knew you by name.
By name. Griffin, you know better than that. Well, just think about it. My dad-in-law was Cat Killer Jones, Michelle. And
my granddaddy named Cat Killer, y'all. Don't say nothing.
And my brother, daddy, was the chief of police.
Yes.
Back when I was doing all this showing out. He the one that had to come out of jail. So now don't turn him loose till he's sober. That was my granddaddy. You turn him loose, he'll get back in that car. And he was right.
Rest in peace to them both.
Yeah, he was right. But after that right there, I said, nah, I put that note in the yard. And it's, you know what?
What made you stop doing all that? Like speeding and.
Just particularly that night between that and I think, let me see, in 90, I don't know. I just was a wake up call. After that right there, I got out, I parked it. You know what though? You might not believe this. You know it still got the same tag on it.
For real?
When that happened.
I love that car.
I said to myself, and I promise, and I said this, and you can tell it's true. I said, when I get back in that car, I have some sense. And
well,
now it's time.
It's time. Hey, I want to restore it for him so bad. So if y'all know anybody who does really good restoration, like I think I've said this before, like that's the one gift I want to give to you. I want to get that car going because we used to ride in them Trojan football games. You used to be playing the Ice Cube. Today was a good
72
day.
Nova is
boom.
It's a work of art now, especially this day and time.
Man, I would love to have that car.
You remember who?
Me.
See, that's the problem. Now, that's the problem. That is the problem. That's why she ain't restored. See, she would love to have the car, just like the dog. She called me, Dad, do you want this Rottweiler? If you don't want it, I'm going to get rid of her. She finna go. I said, oh, no, okay. I said, Aiden, I take.
She was tearing up stuff.
I take the rock. Guess where the rock at now?
In the house.
And then you give her.
And it's Andy. And as soon as he got here, she don't want to leave his side. She want to sleep where he sleep.
Oh, yeah.
So we've talked about, a few things. The last time I want to talk about is being a black man and what it means to be a black man who has children, who is a husband, who provides, who just get together. I mean, you know that I want to be married. I want to have kids, but I haven't had the best luck when it comes to settling down with somebody long term. And so my question is, when did you feel like you had to get it together for your girlfriend who had a baby or what? You know what I'm saying? Well,
the thing is, from day one, Dad told me, you can mess around out this you want, boy. You get the one down and one of the women pregnant, you better marry. That's what he used to tell me. You tell all us that. And you notice all the three boys he told that, every one of us that we had the first baby from, we ain't got no more baby children, nobody but them.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis, Red, we married them. That was, we stuck with, and that was driven in our head, and that just the way it went. But, as you go older, you get wiser. And with me, I know, the boys gonna be the boys, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes the boys, I saw a lot of my boys that ran with me. They wasn't doing nothing like being men. They were just making babies from every woman, and that just wasn't me. That wasn't never me. I don't have nobody but you all. That wasn't never me. And as I got older, and especially now with my age now, my goal is to everything that I didn't do just right. Now I got the rest of my life to just live that out perfect. Mm-hmm. You know how some old men get old, then they talking about they finna go where, sit there old behind, I go well. Wait till the money run out and see what it be. But anyway,
so you mean like maybe because the things that you learn as far as how to be a husband and how to be a dad, you learned that from your dad.
No, I learned it from the experience. I learned. See, Dad was always a hard worker. Mm-hmm. He provided for the providing part.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Oh yeah, that come from him. I mean, he took it. It was 7 of us, 3 of you all, but he made sure 7 of us didn't need nothing, and plus he got, he provided, and he did that.
Were there things that you saw your dad do that you didn't want to do, that you didn't want to duplicate?
Oh, well, it's a little bit of bad in everybody. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, I can honestly say it was some things he did that I didn't agree about. He taught me to be very careful on the kids' food. One having you favoring one, that favoring. I saw the favoring. To me, my point hit a sometimes can mess a child up. Mm-hmm. Because you're making it too easy and you hard on this one. Always remember that little child you're hard on, that's going to be the one. Mm-hmm. Because that's going to be the one because that's how you raising him. So He's going to be hard. He's going to depend on himself a lot as he get old. You mess around and get a kid depending on you too much, they never stop. Mm-hmm. And some of the parents never let them go. Mm-hmm. And then they'll never know what they could have did or what they could have been. Because the parents really don't realize they messing them up. So my thing is you got to let a special man, and a young black man, especially with everything going on now, with all this, it's going to be so much go on because we done mess around and got all this money coming in from various there. And, the young black, they just see dollars. They don't see what's going to come behind this. They just see this fraud and this, and I can get this quick dollar, but guess what? It ain't no quick dollar. What you gonna do when you get my age? Mm-hmm. Lost 10 years in prison behind that mistake. If I had anything to tell a young black man, don't do nothing right now that gonna cause your happiness when you get my age. Mm-hmm. So it might not seem like it, but if you can get out and work hard, you can have just as much. You got to watch it by.
You saw Granddaddy do that.
I saw Granddaddy, and then I just that's something I ain't never wanted to do nothing but the rightest I can do. Yeah, that take a little church and all. Yeah, you got to have that. You got to have both sides of it, right, to get just where you want to be. You can't leave church out of nothing and be a man and get all the way where you want to be. You can forget that, right, because you ain't got no church and you talk walking. How am I walk around talking about, oh, yeah, I'm a man now, I don't even go to church. Yeah, it just, it to me, no. You want to be a man, do manly things.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Did my mom ever give you like an ultimatum or be like, I don't want you doing this or I don't want you doing that? Did you
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
Only on the weekend when I was through working hard. Yeah, I kept playing the ultimatum, and she was right by a lot of them. See, I can see a lot of them now.
But I mean, you were young. Y'all was young.
Yeah. So it worked. She kept. We stayed. It worked because we still together. Yeah. So eventually, it working out, and now I don't have to. Me and your mom don't have to worry, but she know my moves, and I know her. So now we on a smooth track.
It's so funny. People be like, so your dad is out here by himself? I'm like, yes. My parents, they vacation separately and then they come as a family. And people have to understand that it's good to have time apart. I mean, you live together every day. I mean, she be on spring break. She come out here. You be on your time. So, and my daddy, he don't want to do nothing but sit at the casino. He don't want to do no family stuff. He want a casino, have his bill, eat, sleep, go to the casino. That's it. I get
it. Well, I mean, I got enough of everything else back home waiting on me.
No, exactly. And so I want you to have a good time. I'm going to always, want you to have a good time and do my best to get you whatever you need. Y'all, I'm going to put him up in a hotel room in a few days. He going to be out there on free month. All he got to do is walk down.
Yeah, listen.
Go gamble.
I wanted y'all to understand something now. She gonna take this stuff out my account. Y'all know that, right?
Ching ching.
I keep hearing her say, I'm going to do that. No, she going to do it. Then she going to say, backing up.
Are you serious? Now, you trying to say I don't do nothing for you?
Oh, come on. I ain't trying to say nothing like that.
I don't repay a little bit of that $175,000 that you want. I don't pay like.
Yo, you right. You owe me $155,000 now.
Remember you got that Mo, Adrian? Oh, I'm so happy about this Mo.
Oh man,
this Mo.
I'm still thrilled. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna just say this here. You know the Mo I got, right? Mm-hmm. That's like a $9,000 Mo, right? Mm-hmm.
It's a riding lawnmower.
Yeah, a 0 tap. But I'm gonna just tell you this here. When you call the bar for somebody, you call the bar bicycles or wagons. Don't call the bar nobody $9,000 Mo. They hate to say, you know what I'm saying? You hate to say no. $9,000 Mo, you want a bar?
Listen, my dad is talking about he want a Polaris. And I was like, listen, I didn't get in them for his 60th birthday. So I'm like, shoot, let me see how much they call it. They buy like $2,000. I go ahead and get him one, send it to the house with a bow. $22,000. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what planet she been on. She said $2,000.
I'll make the first down payment and have it sitting in the y'all. You can make the rest of the payment.
$2,000 might get me on a high dollar 10 speed.
Hey,
somebody Polaris, she got to be. I can tell she ain't been in the country.
Nah. Man, we used to ride them 4-wheelers and go-karts on the hill too in 1994. Ooh,
these things now,
best years of my life.
This is big business now.
Oh yeah,
those toys there.
Yeah,
it's big business.
They be on them slingshots on the strip too. My daddy got his own barbecue seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Some pictures coming soon. You brought 2 bottles, right? I'm going to sell it to the neighbor. I ain't going to give it to him. I'm going to sell it to him.
Oh, Lord.
We trying to get that money.
This girl here hard.
We trying to get that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sell it to him. I buy his barbecue. Well, let me ask you this before we, wrap this thing up. But as a young, single black woman, what is your advice about trying to find a mate or, be with somebody, love, kids? Because, I'm in my late 30s, and that's something I still want. I don't know if I'm going to get it. And, of course, I look at what you have provided for us. Been a provider, been a protector. We ain't want it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want, and I won't want for anything. But what's your advice to me about wanting somebody and not having someone?
If sometimes as a young female, sometimes I see where they drop the guard and they just want a man too bad, and that ain't the way it. Nah, that ain't the way it works. I'm telling you, because when that man come across your path, you gonna know that's him.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'll know it's him.
I'm gonna know.
Yeah, you'll know. Ain't nobody gonna have to tell you. When I saw your fine mama.
Ooh, Lanaris, girl, them little yellow shorts.
I knew right then when I saw her walk. You know what I said? That's mine. That's going to be my wife. And look who got, man, when the man see you, you ain't got to worry about running down no man. When he see you, and when he come up and say the right thing to you, and he say it by the right words, he going to say, no, I'm not trying to. He going to lay it on you just right. You going to say, you know what? That was sure no.
Well, I can't wait for that man to meet you, because I done had 1-2 meet you. Some of them didn't make it to meet you.
Mm-hmm. The one that didn't make it, I ain't missing him. The one what made it, you all right with me. The one what didn't make it, hey, if you hear me, I ain't missing you.
And that's on period.
Yeah, that's you best believe it.
Oh my goodness, this has been the best conversation I think that I have had. This has been good, Daddy. I appreciate you being on my show.
Oh yeah, girl, you ain't. Hey, it's almost time.
It's almost time. Listen, last night, y'all, we went down there to that casino.
Wow.
I'm bad at it's so funny. My daddy put wow and whoa in the same word, and he make a word say it. Whoa.
Yeah. Been doing that all my life.
We went to the casino last night, and I'm not good on the slots. And man, I lost. Well, shoot, Saturday night trying to keep up with him because I ain't been to the casino in about a year and a half. And last Saturday we went to a casino. I like to play craps, and I got on a crap table, lost $200 in like 20 minutes. Sick. Then
come finding me, bringing that bad luck to me. I'm up good on money. Bro, that old bad look to me. I'm just finna go. I'm finna go to the car.
So last night we go down to Fremont. Man, there was so many people down there. Man, I had like my psyche was on 10 because y'all know I ain't had the vaccine yet. I'm gonna get it, but I was like, man, being around a bunch of people, like I'm gonna have to get this vaccine because it was making me nervous.
Oh,
but
I got both shots. I was feeling just marvelous. I was like, bring it on.
So we go down to the casino last night, and man, I lose $100 like in 10 minutes on the slot. I'm like, so I go to the ATM, I get $200 more out, and I play that same machine. And I lose 40. So I find him, and I say, you know what? I say, you all right? I was gonna go to the car because I'm done. I'm $340 in the hole. So I'm walking, and I see that crap table, and I'm like, I feel a little bit. I get on that.
She get that from me too.
She
get that part from me too. Just can't leave a good gambling game alone.
Man, I got on that crap table last night. That's the most money I done won playing craps. I came up $500.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh.
Came back and threw it in my face.
I did.
But by then, when you came down and messed with me, you made all my look change.
Whatever. Oh, so it's my fault.
Nah.
It's my fault.
I'm good. I'm a player.
Oh, yeah, you are.
He
sent me so many tickets throughout the week, the month. Look at girl, $500, $1,000 here. I'm like, man, so my daddy is really, really lucky when it comes to lottery tickets and the slot machines. I don't have any kind of favor on those slot machines. I'm a crap girl or roulette. But before we get out of here, Daddy, is there one tip that you want to give to people, one word of advice about anything? Just a small tip.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm going to tell you like this right here. Don't make no difference what your age is. Take every day and cherish it just like it's your last. Love people, get along with people. I'm telling you, treat them. If you're mad with it, let it go. Get right, because I'm telling you, you don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. So love, love, love. That's what I can tell you. Daddy, your peace.
Hey. See, that's why that's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Tip for me is make sure you take time for yourself and relax, restore, repair. It's important. I know we have to work. I know we have to put energy and time into so many other things and so many other people. But take you some time and reset yourself and restore yourself. And if you're going through something and you need to be repaired, repair. Don't just jump into something else. Heal. All right? Well, Daddy-O, this was good. You ready to go get on some tables?
Oh, girl.
Let's go get that money.
Wait, we get us some. We got to get us some
Ooh, yeah. Oh.
Too hot.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Until next time, much love, peace, and chaos. Peace out.